Welcome to Dyson Sphere Program. My name is Yuno. Today we're going to be talking a bit about proliferator. We're going to be talking about mainly focusing on what kind of things cannot have extra products, as well as some of the niche, little known things that proliferator can do, because it has a lot of uses that you might not know about. It's really cool stuff. So to start things off, you'll notice that most things in the smelters, assemblers, chemical plants can get extra products. Almost all of these things are just, yep, extra products, that's a-okay by me. When we look at oil in the refineries, you'll see the most basic recipe, the plasma refine, you totally can get extra products, but either of these, the X-ray cracking or the reform refine, nope, no extra products, only production speed up. And that kind of makes sense. Next I want to talk about graphite. Now the reason this is here, even though it totally can get extra products, you might look at it in your menu and see right at the bottom there, underneath the picture, if all the raw materials of this recipe have proliferator points, the effect of production speed up can be attained. It doesn't say there like it would on anything else, extra products, and that's because it's referring to that second recipe there, X-ray cracking. That's what that second recipe is. So it might confuse you if you're just looking at this specifically, but yes, just like all of the main smeltery things, you can get extra products. Next is proliferator itself. Now this is kind of fun. You can spray the spray itself, and what that actually does is you'll see with the no spray, you get 60 times for number of sprays, but with the max triple spray, it goes all the way up to 75, which is really nice. Definitely a benefit to spray your spray, and what I do too is I'll actually spray the inputs. To make my Mark III, I'll spray the Mark IIs and I'll spray the nanotubes, and the math checks out. It's definitely worth it. It definitely gives you more proliferator, more spray in the end. Definitely worth it. Now something else that's really cool is fuel. And make sure I take these out one by one. If you have sprayed and non-sprayed products and you try and move them all at once, they won't mix, and it is a nightmare. I can actually demonstrate that right here. You'll see I've got these two, 84, 97. Boop, put them together, and now we got a bunch of single spray. But it still retains its memory, sort of. It kind of gets mixed up. You'll see in the list 26 items, blah, 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 155. That's not the amount we had before. So it gets kind of mixed up when you do that. It gets kind of messed up, so you can try and keep them separate. But what I was going to say is fuel. Fuel is amazing. Now the hydrogen is very similar to the deuterium, where you'll actually get 2.16, you'll get a wee bit more power, but you'll also get extra time on every fuel rod. These two are similar to each other, but then the antimatter is even different. So you can see the normal one, 72 megawatts. This is just a sandbox mode, don't mind that. And then the triple spray, it does not get extra time, but instead it gets loads of extra power. It gets double the power generation than the normal non-sprayed one. So yeah, it makes a huge difference when it comes to antimatter. Something you'll notice is that you can spray the inputs to make the hydrogen and the deuterium fuel rods, but you cannot spray the inputs to get extra products for the antimatter. You can only speed it up, so you don't get extra products from that, but it's still worth it to spray the fuel rods themselves because they give tons of extra power. Next up here, as we're going in no particular order, is just deuterium. You can make deuterium with either the fractionator or the particle colliders. You'll see these don't have extra products, just speed up. With the fractionators, what happens is you'll actually get a higher probability of hydrogen turning into deuterium. What it really ends up being is a production speed up by 100%. It is exactly similar to what you'll see with the production speed up here, and you'll see it also consumes a lot more power, as it should with proliferator. Photons, you cannot get extra products. Kind of sucks, but that whole line from photons to antimatter and then antimatter to fuel rods, no extra products. You gotta just make a bigger sphere, get more photons. But one way you can get more photons, something cool about graviton lenses, yes, you can spray the inputs, but you can also spray the lenses themselves. You might not know this one. I did not know this for a long time. I wish I knew it sooner. A normal ray receiver, when it gets to 100% continuous receiving, you'll see the power generation will go up to 15 megawatts. You put in some graviton lenses, it goes all the way up to, I'm not going to put those in just yet, it'll go double. You'll get a plus 100% max output. It'll take that 15 to 30. But with the triple sprayed, what you'll see is a plus 300% ray receiving output. And so that 15 will go to 30 with these, but it'll go up to 60 with these. And so you can imagine these are a 4 times bonus to the non-lensed ray receivers. And so it's a pretty huge bonus, because once you get pretty late game, you want lots of photons, lots of power. You're going to need lots of ray receivers, so this will make a huge difference. You'll need a lot less ray receivers. Next I want to talk about is science. Now, of course, you can spray the cubes to make more white cubes. You can spray all of these things, and then that will make more white cubes. As you can see here, extra products is allowed. You can also spray the inputs on all of the colored cubes. So all of the things that make these up, you can spray. But then something even cooler is you can spray any cube, white or colored, that you're going to use for research. And then if you spray the cubes, you get extra research hash. It is extremely amazing. I believe 25%, maybe it's 20% extra hash. I don't believe it says directly in the game, but it is amazing. Extra hash, extra research, all good stuff. And then a couple little niche things. If you have rail ejectors, or if you have rocket launchers, and then you put sprayed materials into them, so you'll see the ejection speed goes from 20 a minute up to 40 a minute, just because it has the proliferator in it. Same with the rockets, it goes from 5 per minute to 10 per minute, just because the rockets or the sails themselves are sprayed. Don't mind this 10 times speed, that's just a sandbox mode feature. Next we're going to talk about buildings. Now these are some buildings you're going to need a lot of. A lot. And all of these ones in front on the red cannot have extra products, which isn't the end of the world. Not a huge deal. I never really sprayed the stuff to make buildings in the first place, because some of them, like these, you can get extra products. The tier 1s, you'll notice the tier 2s cannot be sprayed, just like the tier 3s cannot be sprayed for extra products, only production speed up. Same with these, you can get extra here, but not here. The miners, you can get extra products out of both of them, pretty nice. Still not something I personally do. And then drones and vessels, you cannot. So it's just a good thing to keep in mind in case this is the kind of thing that you're going to be spraying, or spraying the inputs to rather. And you're definitely not going to want to spray buildings. Completely pointless. If you spray a building, put it down, pick it up, it's unsprayed. Not to mention, once you put it down, that spray means nothing. All you're doing is wasting some proliferator. So just good to keep in mind. It does nothing to spray the buildings, but you can maybe get some extra products out of some of these little ones. I personally don't either way, but just goes to show a bunch of the things proliferator cannot do, some of the cool quirks about it. And yeah, let me know if you found anything useful, anything new to you in this video. Maybe there were some things you didn't know about it, maybe some things you had questions about and now you understand. Let me know in the comments. And thank you all for watching. It's been a blast. All right, I will see you all next time. Take care.